You think you know who hired the triple threats?
Yeah, and I'm real close to proving it.
Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. This week on Legend of Korra, we finally found out who'd been stealing shipments from Asami and Future Industries, and we found out what happened to Korra after she got eaten by that dark spirit. We also got intimately acquainted with the cinema of Bolin, and it was spectacular. So let's talk about what happened and what it means for the story, and then I'll do a quick review of the episode. Let's start with Korra first. She woke up on the beach. She's on Crescent Island. She basically woke up surrounded by fire sages, leading me to believe they're going to help her get into the spirit world, because the next episode is that hour-long beginnings episode where she meets Avatar Wan. I think Avatar Wan is going to help her regain her memory and put her on the path to defeating whoever this dark spirit is, who we'll also probably meet in that next episode. The big questions though are, 1, why did the dark spirit dump her there as opposed to somewhere else, or just outright killing her? And 2, was the memory loss due to something specifically that the dark spirit did, or was it just getting smashed in the head too hard? I'm guessing the first thing, because I think it's going to necessitate a trip into the spirit world. And since they're on Fire Island, there might even be a good chance that Avatar Roku could show up. Remember when Aang traveled there on the solstice so he could communicate specifically with Avatar Roku? They did destroy that temple the last time Aang visited, but they could have rebuilt it since then, obviously. But that was obviously the end of the episode. Let's jump back to the beginning. So we saw ALAQ come out of the spirit portal, and Eska and Desna basically had no idea what was going on, leading me to believe that they're not in on whatever plan ALAQ has. I think he was in the spirit world communing with whoever the dark spirit who's controlling all these other dark spirits is. I think that's actually the big bad of this season, played by Grey Delisle. I think we're going to meet that dark spirit in the next episode. In the clip Nickelodeon released for that episode, Korra is with Avatar Wan in his time, leading me to believe that whenever she goes into the spirit world, she's not going to be meeting this Grey Delisle spirit, or at least till the second part of that episode. It is an hour-long episode, so there's going to be a lot happening. But I do think that we're going to see ALAQ actually talking to this dark spirit in the next episode. So I think we'll learn a little bit more about what's going on there, because it's actually one of the big question marks for the season still. If you remember in the first Avatar series during Airbender, Zuko kind of had this same moment where he basically joined Team Avatar after he decided that his father was too evil. I think that the twins are going to do the same thing. They're going to have like their Zuko moment and join Team Avatar and help Korra defeat whoever her father's working with. I really am interested to learn what Eska really thinks about Nuktuk, Hero of the South. I don't think she's seen that movie yet. But let me know what you think is going to happen to Korra in this next episode, how she's going to resolve her memory loss, and what the mechanism is going to be to get her into Avatar Wan's time. Is it going to be a spirit world journey, or is it going to be something more like the Lion Turtle? But now, let's talk about the main storyline, or should I say, the Masami storyline. So yes, obviously the main storyline was all about Mako and Asami trying to figure out who was stealing from her, and Lin Beifong wasn't having any of it, so they basically had to go to the triple threats. Mako eventually finds out that it's Varrick, and it turns out he is actually that medium bad that I talked about on my last Korra video. Raise your hand if you're not surprised by this. High five. But is it just as simple as him trying to take control of her company for money, or is there some bigger plot that's going on with Varrick? I'm kind of guessing that of the conflicts this season, the spiritual world conflicts are all coming from ALAQ. That's more of like the overreaching, world-threatening problem, and the Varrick problem is kind of more of a business-related, more of a real-world problem. So based on that, I don't think that Varrick has anything to do with what ALAQ is doing. I think a lot of people were happy that Asami and Mako had that moment, that big kiss. Obviously, a lot of people were kind of hating on Korra, but I think that they're going to be together again by the end of the season, so obviously that's not going to happen until Korra regains her memory and defeats this dark spirit. I think it's going to be like last season, where they kind of came together after Korra got her powers back. Isn't it funny how storylines repeat themselves? I'll talk more about it in my review, but I was really kind of unhappy with this Beifong Sting storyline. I think it was a little manufactured. They just kind of wanted to set up Varrick and the mechanism by which Mako found out that it was Varrick, and just wanted to make it very convenient. So I think that it ended up being a little bit strange, but I did love the Indiana Jones nod. That boat chase was just spectacular. I'll talk briefly about the cinema of Bolin. I could do a video just for that. It was spectacular. Nuktuk, Hero of the South. I feel like that should be released as its own small movie, like Korra spin-off content next year between books 2 and books 3. Overall, I really liked the episode. I'm only going to give it a B though, just because I felt like the A storyline, like that Sting storyline, was a little weak. I feel like after the events of the first season, that Beifong would have trusted Mako more. Obviously, he helped so much during the fight against the Separatists, you think that Beifong would trust him at least a little bit. And the scenes that she had in this episode just kind of made it seem like she totally had forgotten about all that stuff. But like I said, the Bolin cinema was amazing. I totally want to see more of that. Obviously, they're going to have to watch the movie at some point. Just like, you remember in the first Avatar series where they watched the play of themselves? I think it's going to be like that, where all the characters are sitting there watching Bolin in the movie theater. But it might not be till after the conflict is resolved this season. So like I said, next week there's going to be an hour-long episode. Then the week after that, we're going to have a break, so there won't be any Korra that week. But this weekend, I'll also be doing a video for Korra at New York Comic Con. I'll probably do some other things for New York Comic Con in that video too, just because I'm only doing one. I'm also going to be posting my first Walking Dead video on Sunday, so make sure and check back then. Get excited for the zombie apocalypse. It is totally coming to my channel. As always, please send me your questions, and if you really want to help me out, please like and share this video. Thank you so much. It helps me out a ton whenever you guys share my stuff. While we wait for that zombie apocalypse on Sunday, you can click here to watch my first video for Arrow Season 2, and you can click here to watch all my other Korra Season 2 videos. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys this weekend. High fives!